Guest. Will, introduce yourself.
What's going on? I'm Will. I'm bringing the world to you.
What's up? Okay, and so today we'll be talking about mental health, and I don't know if you can see the sign or not. Last month it was Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I was on a trip, so now I'm back, and we'll be talking about mental health. And so the reason why I chose this guest today is because he has these fun little things that he posts on his stories, like Motivational Mondays, just like inspirational quotes and stuff. And I don't know, we'll talk a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah, so I like every morning I just try to get up and think about what's going on in my life and make like a quick little catchy message for everyone to see when they're waking up in the morning and just give them that extra oomph to get out of bed. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, cool. So question 1. How do you think society treats African American mental health versus other races?
That's interesting. I feel like from what I've seen, a lot of my friends are African American. It seems like there's just a lot of things that are normal to them that, like, growing up where I grew up, kind of a different background, it's like those things are not as normal. So it seems like a lot of things just get overlooked and just get put off as being small, and it can definitely, you know, I don't sometimes it seems like that's the best way to deal with things too. So
right. And I like to do some of my information also on the questions that I like to ask. And this is a quote from an article. 1 in 6 African Americans suffer from a diagnosable, treatable mental health condition. However, minority groups, African Americans, Hispanics, Asian Americans, and Native Americans are more likely to experience the risk factor that can cause such mental health disorders. And like kind of going back off what you're saying, you know what I mean? Like the environment that we grew up in is a little bit different than like others. So of course, like our mental state isn't going to be 100% all the time. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anything else you want to say about that?
No, I think you kind of hit on that.
Nail right.
I mean, there's a lot to it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
a broad question.
Pretty complex.
Here, let me check the comments.
comments out.
You got any? No comments yet, but definitely, guys, be interactive, ask questions, comment down below, and at the end we'll also be playing a fun Kahoot game. Did you know that we'll be playing a Kahoot game at the end? So get ready for that, right? It's 10 questions. It's not super crazy, but it'll be easy.
We good. Right. I'm ready for it.
Cool. Yeah. So question 2: do you believe affirmations work? And I'm just gonna let you think about that for a minute. And this is off of the website healthline.com. Regular repetition of affirming statements about yourself can encourage your brain to take these positive affirmations as fast. When you truly believe you can do something, your decisions or like your actions follow. So, like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's so true. It's crazy that it's not more like everyone knows it. Like it's kind of like almost like I don't know, affirmations, right? But if you think about how you're built, even everything that happens is up here in your brain, and all this is just an extension of what happens up here. So I mean, just to put it simply like that.
Like putting light out there. Like, yeah. I like to say, like, what you put out in the universe is what you're going to get back. You know what I mean? Sure. For being negative and you're just like, oh, I can't do this and I suck at that. And just like, my life is terrible. It's going to be terrible. But if, like, you're putting positive energy out into yourself, if you're saying good things about yourself, if you're writing down, your best traits and quotes that you hear every now and then, like, that's definitely helped me a lot with when it comes to, like, that self-confidence of knowing that you can do it, and it's just about putting that good energy out there. It's gonna come back to you tenfold.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, like, I mean, like, you be talking about quotes and stuff. Like, you have anything you want to say to the young viewers and stuff when it comes to affirmations?
Just think about what you want, and then know that you can have it, and then tell yourself that out loud when no one's around, when other people are around. It's okay. Just say it and know that you can get it if you really put your mind to it. And they've been saying that for ages, but it's really taken a new turn with people discovering the power of affirmations. So
yeah, for sure. And I definitely like how people are like low-key tapping into like their spirituality a little bit more. You know what I mean? When it comes to terms of just like being balanced and just having that like sense of self. People are starting to get into crystals and sage and stuff, and it's just like we are really energetic people. Like, we are energy people. Like, we're magnetic fields. We are gonna, what you put out there is gonna come back tenfold. And it's just like, you just gotta make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people, saying the right things, you know what I mean, doing stuff that you love, and eventually it'll all work out.
You got any affirmations you say like every day or in general?
There was this one that I wrote down. It was like, don't fight with us. It's like don't fight. It's like a river quote. It's like, don't fight with the rocks, flow with the river. And that really, really stuck with me because I feel like I do have a tendency of just like, holding on to stuff, and you can just like kind of like let the universe just take you and just know that you'll be secure and safe and stuff. So that's a really good one.
That's another thing I like about affirmations is it doesn't have to be too deep. Sometimes it can just be like a nice reminder for yourself, and even just being like, hey, everything's good, but maybe in a more poetic way about rocks and rivers, and that can just change your state of mind for the day and send you in a whole different direction.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what you'll accomplish.
For sure. And quote of the day, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Think about that. Think about that. All right, and we're moving on to question 3. What would you say to the younger generation who are struggling with mental health?
Don't care about what anyone else thinks. Like, of course you don't want to offend people. Well, maybe you do, but honestly, whatever you want to do, just do it. We're at a time and age where society is changing so rapidly that a lot of things that have worked in the past aren't even promised to work in the future. So really, nothing's promised, so you might as well just go for what you want. And I think if you follow what is important to you in life, you'll feel better. It's going to be hard. It's not always going to be easy, but, if you're doing what you gotta do, you're gonna feel like a real person, and you're gonna feel in touch with life, and you're gonna experience real, true happiness. Hopefully.
For sure. Okay, and we got a comment in the comment section. This is a really weird name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's $OICEE JJ, and it says BTY. BTWTY. You're the snowman. Is that your friend?
SOICJJ. Come on.
That's show love, support.
Yeah, we bringing the world to you. This the brand. I guess I'll do like an impromptu.
Oh,
shout out.
Okay,
this is what we do. We do a lot of concerts,
shout your credentials,
parties, events. You feel me? We got the bring the world to you on the back. Keep it simple. You know, so we're just trying to connect people. Do a lot of parties, events, and just things to get people together. And
right, I remember you hosting that Thanksgiving giveaway, like the homeless Thanksgiving giveaway. Yeah, we were supposed to connect with that for sticky drip waffles, but our car.
Yeah, they hit me up. Like, y'all got in an accident.
It was like a whole thing, but he does really, really good work in the community, and he has a really good way of getting people together. Like the kickback party. That was fun.
Yeah, so we try to do things to help people, and then just things that are fun too. And you know, we know a lot of awesome artists in the city, so just trying to put some light on them too.
For sure. But okay, now we're kind of going off topic.
Yeah, go back to what you.
It's just like mental health right now. They so I'm just gonna read this. I got this off of another article. It was off of Healthline.com too. But it's just like, while Generation Z has been called the most depressed generation, members of this group are more likely than older peers to seek out mental health counseling or therapy. And that just really makes you think. And I just feel like that's like a weird like slippery slope, because we're living in a world of like social media right now, where it's just like kids are looking up to all these celebrities and older people and people who are like in their 30s and 40s or 20s and grown, you know what I mean? And just like thinking that they're not meeting the quota when it comes to living life or being young. So it's just like, and it's like they say, it's like studies, it says that like scrolling through your phone for more than 3 hours will literally make you depressed. Like something about just like scrolling just makes your brain go haywire. It makes you depressed, because it's just like you're literally looking at everybody who has the financial stability to live their life and buy flights and Chanel bags and Yeezys and stuff, and it's just like, it makes you feel bad about yourself sometimes, like you're not it. But since we're living in a generation of kids who understand mental health now, they're able to seek out people who can help them now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems like social media can definitely portray a false image of what life is supposed to be like. I also think it's kind of like it can be a disconnect, like, from reality.
Right.
You know, and I think life is so amazing, and then one reason people get depressed is because all this crazy stuff is going on around them that really isn't real life, you know, and it just can make you depressed because you forget how amazing this place is. So
definitely. All right, so that was 3 questions of the day. 3 questions of the day. Awesome. Usually we have like a banter, you know what I mean, throughout the 3 questions.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just a space where we can just talk openly and have just discussions and ask those questions that nobody's really willing to answer. So we will go to commercial, and we will see you guys in just a second. What's up? We are back, and we have a new comment. Johnny Doe says, "Do you think depression comes from the lack thereof? Social media shows a limelight of fake lifestyles." And that's kind of what we were talking about. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of checks you out into, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not really there. Like, you know what I mean? You're just kind of like stuck in your phone instead of actually going out and living that life that you're looking through a lens. You know what I mean? Like, what would you have to say about that?
I think it comes back to, like, the disconnect and just, like I said, all the young kids just following your dreams and what you want to do. I mean, I doubt anybody in this world's dreams have to do with scrolling through Instagram for 3 hours. So, I mean, it might, like, I know I get anxious when I'm on my phone too long. It's like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'll like, literally throw my phone, like, on my bed or somewhere soft so it don't break. But I'll just get it away from me. And, like, I start to feel better. I'll sit there for, like, 5 minutes and just decompress and just get out of that state of mind and get back into the real world. So I think a lot of it's disconnect. But what do you think?
It's just because the real world has more opportunities than what social media is giving you. And, like, social media is a gift. Like, we wouldn't be able to do this if there wasn't social media. You wouldn't be able to post your brand if there wasn't social media. So it's like, there's limits to this, but I just feel like when it comes to, like, the lifestyle you're supposed to live, and, like, it really makes you feel like you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? Like, or you just don't have enough funds to get where you're supposed to be. But it's just like, it's literally just about living in the present moment and knowing that if you put in the hard work, like Kim Kardashian, get off your ass and work.
Oh,
like, no, but that was some, like, I know her family's rich or whatever, but, like, don't take that, like, too lightly. Like, for real, you have to put in the work if you're gonna see the results. You can't just, you can manifest, that's fine. Like, visioning it is probably the best thing you could do for yourself, but you have to follow that with putting in the work. You can't just fantasize and dream and scroll and say, I wish I want these things, I wish, and then you're in the same place 3 years later. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want it, you're gonna strive to go for it. Period, point blank. So,
you gotta prove it to yourself.
Exactly.
You know?
Once you step out of that box of social media and realize that there's way more opportunities in the actual real world, then it'll all start to click and make sense.
I like the part you brought up about, like, we're using social media right now, but it's a tool. Social media is a tool, and I feel like everything in the world can be used the right way or the incorrect way. And, so just think about how you're using social media. And, you know, like, if you wanted to, you could find, like, something cool to do each day of the week and meet cool people in the city, or, you know, learn something new and learn a new recipe by watching a little 15-second video, you know, or you could watch Kim Kardashian all day, and she's gonna tell you to work hard, but I don't know what else you're gonna get out of that.
It's about choices too, you know what I mean? It's just like, you can sit there on your phone for hours. You're making that choice to do that. You know what I mean? It's just that, like.
But it's a trap too.
It is a trap. If you get sucked down the rabbit hole sometimes, and I'm like, dang, I've been looking at my phone for 4 hours straight. Like, sun's already down. I haven't got any sunshine. Like, oh my goodness. So
it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's just knowing that healthy balance of when to use social media and when not to. Because, I mean, it's like good. It's like you can have fun, post pictures, whatever. You paid for it all. Who cares? But it's just like, if you know that you're not really truly happy, you know what I mean? Then, like, what are you really doing it for?
I don't know. I like looking and posting my own pictures more than looking in other people's pictures. So maybe that's just me, but
no, it's
fun to create, you know.
Right, memories, like, that's also the thing. Like, pictures capture memories, you know, that your brain will never, like, trace back. So, like, it's literally just, like, a double entendre, just, like, back and forth when it comes to social media and how we're supposed to be using it.
What they say to Superman? With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, that's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
That's Spider-Man.
See, I don't watch a lot of TV and stuff.
That's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
no, but, real talk, great power comes a lot of great responsibility. Yeah. And it's just knowing that, like, you can do that and you have that motivation. It's just, like, that you're not looking up to other people or being envious of other people, because that can also be something that can hold you back a lot. It's because you're like, oh, look at where they're at. and look at where I'm at. And it's just like, once you stop comparing yourself, it'll all work out, honey. Like, you literally just have to stop. Like, you can look up to other people, have goals or whatnot, but just, like, comparing yourself, that's where you really fall short.
Yeah, thanks. Everyone's got a journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like you said it, having goals helps a lot with that stuff, because if you have a goal and you keep your eye on the ball, you're not even going to be worried about what
everybody else
is doing. Yeah. So
eventually that all starts to fade.
Thanks.
But here, let me check the comments, check Facebook, check if we got any comments, new comments. Oh, yes. Okay. So, Mr. DG says, what healthy habits do y'all implement to stay off social media? So, I've low-key grown out of the habit of actually taking a lot of pictures when I like go out of town or when I go out of like state, or just when I have fun. I tend to not take a lot of pictures. Like on this Miami trip, I probably have one video of the beach, and like I took pictures of like myself and my friends and like us having fun, but like, you know, just being in that present moment is just really important, instead of just like taking a whole bunch of pictures. Just like living in the moment instead of trying to capture the moment.
That's interesting, because I like that you bring that up, because when I think of social media as a distraction, I only think of like looking at my phone, but I guess it can go back into like other parts of your life. Like, before you even post a picture, you're like, oh, let's stop what I'm doing right now and go take a picture. And then
take the picture and then continue back to what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, you know how everybody at the party's all like, and then everybody puts their camera up when a song comes on, then everybody's all lit, then the camera goes down, then they're back to So it's just like, it's just setting those like healthy boundaries. So yeah, like just like things where you can do, like my sister recently did like a 6-month off social media thing, and she followed through. I don't even know how she did it. The fact that we're like crazy enough to think like, oh, how can you go 6 months without your phone, is something that's actually quite concerning. So yeah.
Shows us where we're at.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Shows us where we're at with technology and how dearly we hold it to our hearts. And then Dr. Didi said, what's the correct way to utilize social as a healthy tool? You can answer that since I answered last one.
I feel like there's a lot of information on social media, and there's people that have figured out how to get to you really quickly. Obviously, I think you should still read books and all that stuff, but finding stuff online, it'll be like a little 15-second video, and it'll just show you so much.
Right, those are like documentaries, or like the dodo, like those little animal ones. I really like to, like, when you just go down the rabbit hole of Facebook, they have like those little documentaries, like, oh, 1,000-year-old ancient tradition that people are still doing, or like taking a chance to just read an article. It doesn't hurt, you know what I mean? Just like absorbing that knowledge while you can, instead of just going on social media to laugh at like pictures.
And being like picky about who you follow too.
Yeah.
And like unfollowing junk food. I don't know, I think of it like food, because it's like what you feed your brain. So it's like,
I don't even think about it like
if it's like Kim Kardashian, that's like McDonald's on Instagram. You feel me? So you go find some like backyard, I don't know, you can go get something good though. You know, get your minerals back. So.
Dang, I didn't even think of it like that. Junk food. Dang, what you're feeding your brain. Yeah, I could see how that's junk food for the brain, because you're literally just taking in all this, you know, like perfect bodies. They're not even perfect. They're paid for, which is why they're perfect. And then like lavish trips and gifts and so many likes and opportunities, and it's just, it does get overwhelming sometimes. Like, I understand why a lot of kids have anxiety, because it's overwhelming to look at all that and then look back at yourself and be like, what? You know what I mean?
And you don't even really know these people. Like, I feel like it's almost like an energy thing. It's like, you don't know who Travis Scott is in real life, you know? So it's like, when you're looking at him and tuning into what he's posting, you're picking up on his waves, and, you know, it's crazy like that. But maybe I'm too deep. But that's all I think.
Yeah, I can see. I can see
And then I just thought of this with the food. Like, affirmations are like vegetables. You feel me? It's like, give that to your brain.
What you put out there is gonna come back tenfold. Okay. And then Charged Up Film says, how often do you monitor your time on the phone? I used to like read the thing that would like say how long I would be on my phone, but it would just get to the like. I just had to stop looking at it because I would be on my phone for so long. I'd be like, dang, I'd be on my phone for 8 hours today. Like, that's so bad. I'm like, I need to go outside and get some sunshine. It would be bad. I just stopped monitoring and just, like, would put my phone away or just kind of, like, let it die. Like, let it die now. So, yeah.
It's like a double-edged sword, though, because it's like I get a lot of opportunities just when I'm scrolling. I'm like, I see this or I see that. But that comes back to who you're following. So
yeah,
it's like,
true. It's just like, yeah, it's just like, it's all about the connects too. It's just, yeah, social media really is just about your connections and who you connect with. Because you can literally just scroll and then comment on somebody's page, and next thing you know, they're asking you to come on the set to model. Like, literally. That's how crazy social media has expanded. And it's just like, it's just knowing when to use it. You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, I don't monitor how long I'm on my phone. It's bad. I had to stop.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It can be inaccurate, too. Because
True.
you can spend 6 hours sending emails, and that's valid.
True.
Or you could be 6 hours on TikTok. But you could also be getting famous on TikTok. So
that, too. See,
So don't care what anyone says as long as you're doing what you want to do. What you truly want to do.
What makes
not just what's easy.
You happy. This is about a show about overall wellness, health, and self. Like, we're not here to tell you how to do it. We're here to show you what, like, ways you can do it. Because everybody's different. Like I said, like, I don't check how long I'll be on my phone. I just let my phone die. Like, I like to take pictures, but when I'm, like, having a really, really good time, I don't take pictures at all. I just, like, go back in my brain and rethink the memory. But it's just, yeah. I don't know. You guys ready to play the Kahoot game? Or does anybody have any more questions to put down in the comment section below? Let's check one more time. Okay. Johnny Doe says, today isn't like it was yesterday. I believe the youth of today shouldn't focus on reading a book and the focus on researching. You already have a mobile library in your pocket. Like we were saying, like, it's just, like, social media is really, really broad. It's good and bad. You know, we have, like, stuff like great documentaries and articles, and then we have stuff like the dark web. So it's literally just, like, it's just knowing what you want to do. I'm not saying go to the dark web. I'm not agreeing to any of that. But it's, like, just knowing yourself. Like, I like to take the time out. Like, if you really want a good source of information, go to Vice. I really, really enjoy Vice and, like, their little fun facts that they put out there, like, the articles that they put out there, because it's kind of like what we're doing. Like, they interview, like, they obviously blur the people's faces when they have their interviews, but they interview, like, gangsters or, like, cons and people who are scamming just to, like, get their side of the story of why they started. Just, you know what I mean? Instead of judging off the bat. Like, Vice is really cool. I love Vice.
Yeah, it's like a broader picture. Like just the world.
Exactly. Like, the world isn't all cupcakes and rainbows, okay? You know what I mean? People have to make it's really good. So I would suggest, if you want to read good stuff every day, follow Vice.
And it's real too.
Yeah, these are real people.
You know, it's not no he said she said. So.
Literally, these are real, like, people. Like, there's like, they do, like, these little stories on Snapchat, and they, like, put, like, they have the people wear masks if they want to. They just, like, they distort their voice, and it's, like, crazy shit. Excuse my language, crazy stuff. And this guy was talking about how he was on Wall Street and stuff, and, like, how the industry was just super crazy. It's just, yeah, just knowing yourself. And if you want to take the time out to learn information, you can do that. If you want to spend your time liking Instagram baddies and foreign cars,
you ain't never gonna meet them.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's you. That's you. Okay. But it ain't gonna go nowhere. Yeah.
Speaking of which, April 5th, I'm dropping a little video.
Okay.
I interviewed a bunch of homeless people just to get their view on life and what's going on. So
for sure,
first-hand view of that coming out. So check it out.
Definitely put that in the link below. You can do it right now, actually.
Okay.
But we are gonna get ready for the Kahoot game. So just one last commercial break, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Peace. Hi guys, so we are now setting up the Kahoot game. All right, so you just put in your information there. And then the code is up here on there. And then obviously you guys can interact too. I'll be saying the questions aloud and also the answers like I always do. And then we'll see who's right or wrong. And it's 10 questions, so it's not going to be super long.
All right.
The quiz is, do you know your body?
655.
Excuse me. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Question 1. 3, 2, 1. How much water does the body contain?
Oh.
80%, 75%, 50%, or 60% here. Look at the colors.
I think it's, I'm gonna go with 75.
The answer is 60%. Your body holds 60% of water.
Do you know how much water is on the earth? Like, what's the percentage for that?
It's like 60.
60.
Yeah, it's like 60, 70, which is crazy.
It's like we the same.
What a
or something,
coinkydink.
right?
Yeah, right? What a coinkydink. All right, question 2. You currently have 0 points. It's okay. True or false? An average human breathes 1,100,000 liters of air every day. True or false?
I'm gonna say true.
The answer is true.
That's facts.
Yep. I mean, like, how else would we breathe? You know what I mean? How else would our lungs work if we're not taking in all the oxygen and breathing it back out? It just wouldn't make sense.
Look at me. I'm up 802 points.
Nice.
Yeah. In the league.
Hey, let's see. I'm gonna check some of the questions real quick.
For sure.
Let me check the live chat. Oh, somebody said 75, like you. Wrong. Somebody said false for charged up films. It's true. Just click.
We're charged up what?
Films. They're answering in the question section. Infants are born with approximately 300 bones, but as they grow, some of these bones fuse together to only 206, 185, 20 bones, or 150. It's crazy because I already knew this when I put the question in.
That's a lot.
Yeah, right? So the answer is 206 bones, which is why it makes sense when toddlers are all like growth spurts and stuff. Like everything hurts because your bones are literally fusing together.
That's crazy.
Isn't it? Sensitive little creatures. All right. You are now at, still at 802.
Still 802. That's still
it's
first
okay.
place.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
What is the longest organ on the body?
I'm be like, Yeah, I know that one. It's
Longest. Okay. The answer is skin. Your skin is the largest organ on the body. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I love my skin.
Weird. No, when I was reading these facts, it was like your skin weighs at least like 4 to 3 pounds just by itself, and I was like, that's disturbing. I'm not gonna answer. I'm not putting that question in there. Okay. Question 5. True or false? When listening to music, your heart will sync with the rhythm.
That's big facts.
It's true. Your heart will literally sync with the beat. Isn't that weird?
Mm.
Let me check some questions. Pound it.
Yeah, that's why we live. So
It's okay. It's okay. I said the game is rigged. No, it's not.
Yeah, these is hard.
It's not. How are these hard?
Nah, these are very insightful questions.
Okay,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. They're like little
206 bones. I got 206 of them. Right?
206.
Yeah. See, I didn't know
Isn't
that.
that weird? Isn't that weird? Okay, he said 185. No. And then intestines. No. And then he said the game is rigged. With a whole bunch of weak face emojis. And then Johnny Doe said that's interesting to know. Yeah, I was like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I already do that. And sometimes I'm like the last question was like, you sneeze at 100 miles per hour. Which is why it makes sense they tell you to cover your mouth because germs are literally flying at you 100 miles per hour. That's so gross.
Yeah, shotgun.
Yeah, for real. Ugh. All right, you are now at 2,639
Come up.
points.
It's me
Now.
versus me.
Yep. What is the longest bone in the body? The forearm, the fibula, the spine, or the femur? So the fibula is like your shin. And the forearm's like.
You said the fibula?
It's like this area.
Yeah, I don't think it's that one.
In your spine.
Oh,
The
yeah.
answer is femur. That's like the hip bone. It's like right in like this area.
I almost said the spine, but that's got like a bunch of
It's like little sockets.
Yeah, a bunch of bones.
Yeah.
Alright, like 80 out of my 206.
Ooh, nice. You're on a winning streak of 3 questions in a row. Well.
Nice.
And question 7. How many sweat pores does the body have? 2.5 million, 1 million, 950,000, or 3 billion?
I'm gonna go with that 950,000. No, not even close. Not even close.
Wrong. We have 2.5 million sweat pores. Can I see for questions, please? Thank you.
Definitely wasn't getting no dap that time.
Isn't that weird? And then Johnny Doe said spine. Like you said, you would have thought the spine. But spine is like, the spine has joints. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to move around. You'd just be like walking sticks. Okay, we're on question 8 now. Yeah. True or false? Can you breathe and swallow at the same time? True or false?
That's
Can't.
actually,
Isn't that weird?
that's a fun fact. You know why?
Why?
Cause like literally like there's like a valve and it like switches so like you don't get food down your like lungs. So like every time you swallow it's like, but so like you couldn't do both, you know.
Weird. That's weird. That makes sense though. That's actually kind of cool. I did not know that. You learn something new every day, which is why we're doing these quizzes.
I got some bonus points for that one.
Yeah, you did. All right, question 9. Which muscle is the largest? The calf, the gluteus maximus, biceps, or the deltoid? The deltoid's like the back of your thigh.
It's those glutes.
It's the gluteus maximus.
It's
This is
the
the
booty.
largest muscle. Yeah, it's the butt. That's basically what it is. The largest muscle is your back. It's so weird. All right, you are at now 4,976 points. And last question. Like fingerprints, each human tongue has its own unique print. True or false? The answer is true. I did not know that. I thought it was just fingerprints. But apparently you have a different print on your tongue, each and every person.
Yeah, like that's what I thought too. But apparently, like there's so many ways, and like the government's just figuring out all of them. Like they can identify your ears by like the little squigglies in your ear, you know, like
What?
yeah,
Squigglies in the ears.
you know, like the lines and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, like the lines in your ear, you can like, and then like your eye, and like who knows what else.
That's weird. I know that ears never stop growing. Your ears and your nose never stop growing. That's about it. All right, and since you were the only guest today, you are in first place. So woo! You got 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It's like B. It's B minus. It's C.
It's good. Good
It's
enough.
good. It's good.
I think it's good.
Yeah. All right. So how did you like it? Did you have fun?
Man, this was fun for real. I'm glad you. Thank you for having me on the show.
Of course.
And yeah, I hope more people tune in and just.
For sure.
Yeah, this is that good social media we're talking about.
Yep,
so.
this right here where I'm bringing people from my community, letting them explain their credentials, what they do. I'm explaining what I do. It's just all about connects and just, putting people on. Just having a good time. So I don't know, say your credentials one more time before we head out for the day.
I'm Willie Tills, and I'm bringing the world to you. Got that vlog on the homeless coming out April 5th. If you want to check out.
Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Link below. You gotta put it down there. Don't forget to put it down there.
You feel me? But yeah, and then tap in with us on Instagram. That would be at Willie Tills. Or hold on, that'd be at Willie Tills. I gotta stop. But Willie Tills are bringing the world to you. Search that up on Instagram. Find out about all our events. We be lit.
For sure. And don't forget to catch me every Monday live at 2 p.m. I'm your host, Gabrielle Hollowell, and don't forget to get your mind right. Peace out.